It is 10:13 a.m. I never wake up this early unless I have something important to do, or I go to like an early movie or something, but either way, I usually wake up at like 12, 1 o'clock. I woke up at 7 in the morning today because the closed beta for Granblue Fantasy Versus is out, and for some reason, I got a code, so I played the game. Duh. It started at 5 a.m., but I wasn't gonna do that. I went to sleep at like 2 in the morning. It was either I stay up all night or I catch a little sleep, so that's what I did. I didn't write anything because I basically like just finished playing it. The hours closed at 10, and it's not gonna open again until I think 11 p.m. for me, my time. So I'm just gonna talk about the game because I really like it. So let's talk about Granblue Versus. Okay, so before I started to play it, a couple days ago, I wanted to learn about it a little because I didn't really know what the hell Granblue was, and I guess it's just a mobile game. And if that's all it is, okay. It didn't look like a mobile game I'd play, and I don't think it's even in America. I think it's like Japanese only. Either way, whatever. You know, it's like a. I find this on the same level as like Fire Emblem because everybody's using swords and blades, and they're warriors, and there's kingdoms or whatever. I think, regardless of that, the game looks pretty fucking fantastic. And I think that's because of Arc System and the fucking god work that they do with any game they work on. Especially with all the extra damaging supers that are in this game. They all look great. Some look better than others. It's just because of what the super is, so there's more spectacle to it. But yeah, the game looks fucking great. I feel like maybe the frames aren't all there. And what I mean by that is that, like, it feels like some of the animations aren't done. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I got. It might have just been, like, the online servers just kind of lagging the animation. But the main one I'm talking about is an animation from Gran when he's the second person to speak in the intro before the fight. And like he starts to ready up, it looks like there's just a whole fuck ton of lag in his animation. But whatever, you know, it's a closed beta, so they still got shit to work on. It's normal, it's fine. Gameplay itself, I really like it. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I really enjoy it. And I enjoy it for a few reasons. And I think the main one is that it's the most accessible fighting game I think we've ever gotten. Or at least compared to the other fighting games that have come out that have tried to, you know, give access to everybody that wants to play it. I think this one does it the best. A lot of other fighting games that are trying to do this kind of thing, their solution is usually just auto combos. And it's kind of annoying because if they don't care enough to learn it, that's all they'll really do. And if that's all they want to do, that's fine. But when you're playing against that kind of person, it's just like, it's not the best thing, I guess. You always want to go against somebody that's trying to do something instead of just fucking mashing one button, just... Did I win? Like, that's kind of lame. So their solution to this was no auto combos, but all of the special moves are accessible through... It's like quick keys, I guess? If that makes any sense. You know how, like, in League or WoW or something, you know, you have to set it to, like, a hotkey or something. That's basically what it is. You have a neutral, and then you have down, left, and right. Or forward, back, whichever one you want to call it. I don't care. You have those 4 options for your special moves, and you can use it, I think, twice in a row. Not twice in a row, but you can use it twice back to back, and then it has more of a cooldown the second time you use it. And I really like that because people that have problems with inputs, they don't have to really worry about that anymore. It's just R1 and whichever direction you want to do, or just neutral R1. It just allows people to be able to do more combos, and I think that's very good. It's inviting for people that might be discouraged to enter this kind of game or just fighting games in general. I think it's a good gateway into it, but it might seem restricting to veterans of fighting games. Because of the cooldown, you aren't able to spam special moves like you would be able to do in Street Fighter or any really fighting game. So you're really not able to set up as much as you might want to, but usually there's enough options there for you to be able to do something, at least in my opinion. But again, we've only been playing this game for a couple hours, so fuck if I know, right? I almost forgot. Grabbing in this game sucks. I hate it. It feels like it's so difficult to connect a grab when it shouldn't be. There were so many times where I tried to grab someone in a corner, and when I rushed them down and it didn't work. And I cannot fathom why. And when you see it miss, sometimes they'll miss right in front of the character. I would try to grab with Gran, and I would see his hand go past the character and not grab. What the fuck type of hitboxes do the grabs have? I don't get it. It feels like you have to be like right on top, and even then it feel like it doesn't work sometimes. I don't understand it at all. It's so frustrating. That was the most frustrating part playing this game. That was the worst part. They need to fix the grabs. I think that's the biggest, if not the only problem. Grabs suck. Grabs suck so much. And there was instances where I would go for a grab and the other person would go for a grab, and either it just never teched out or they would get it and I couldn't understand why. Fix grabs, please. There's 5 characters in this beta test. Will I remember all of their names? It's Gran, Catalina, I think her name is. Fuck. Lancelot, I think that's his name. Charletta, I think. And then Furry, or Fairy, or whatever the hell her name is. She just appeases for the furries. So they removed like one letter and changed it. She's basically just furry. So I'm gonna just call her Furry. Yeah, sure, why not? There's no heavy characters in the beta, but we have seen a heavy character in trailers, so he'll show up at some point, I guess. So basically, Gran is like the Ryu, the guy you want to play to understand the basics of the game. He has easy strings, easy combos and stuff. He's easy to play, easy to control, nothing crazy going on with him. Catalina, I think, has a bit more range than Gran does, but I think overall she's kind of in the same boat. It's just that her special moves might be, not as basic, but I still put her in line, but she's just not as easy, I guess. Furry is, keep away character, so she has a whip, and she sends out these 4 spirit potion animal things, and I did not touch her. Didn't fuck with her at all. I don't know. There was something about her that I was just not into, and I never really play keep away characters. The only one I've really ever kind of gotten into was like Dhalsim. But yeah, I just wasn't interested in her. But basically, what it seems like is either you rush her down and you don't let her breathe, or you're gonna have to avoid a fuck ton of attacks and probably never stop trying to block. Like, if you're gonna block against Furry, you're gonna be blocking for a while. That's what it felt like. Lancelot is probably the most different character, just because he has so much more mobility than everybody else that's in the beta. Everybody has, the special moves, but then everybody also has like a unique move that's the X button, and it's just a mobility option. It's just so you can cross up someone on the ground, and in the air, if you do it, you're able to land faster. Yeah, you're able to land faster, and I think you're able to pick the direction you want to do. And he can also wall jump off of corners, so he has a fuck ton of mobility. And his moves, I think, feel pretty fucking fast. I think he's the fastest one out of all of them in the beta, so he's pretty fucking good, I think. And Charletta, I hope that's her fucking name. She's a tiny little prissy elf, and I fucking hate her. I hate fighting against her. It's hard to tell, at least for me, and it's probably only going to be for like the beginning, or if you just don't pay attention, you're going to struggle with it a lot. It's hard to tell what a low is and what a high is, so you never really know where to block. But that might just be me because I suck. But that's what it felt like, and trying to hit her is just annoying because she's so small. But that comes with any short character in a fighting game, so it's expected. I tried to play as her a little bit, and I wasn't good, I'm gonna be honest. But it feels like she has really good damage output because her special moves feel like they hit a lot, and when they hit hard. So she's not a bad character by any means, she's just really fucking annoying to fight for me. Out of the 5 that I played, I messed around with Gran, Catalina, and Lancelot. And out of the 3, I mostly played Gran and Lancelot because that's just what felt better for me. And it felt good. It felt good. For the test itself, it was pretty good for me. I didn't really have the lag. I think there was only 2 games where there was like really bad lag, and I fucking hate it. I wanted to get out of it so bad. I almost just stopped at one point, but that's just bad. You shouldn't do that. In lag, it feels like shit, but when it's not lagging, it feels fantastic. At least it was just on my end. I don't know about every other place, but I'm in New York, and it felt pretty good. And it might only feel this good right now because it was the morning shift for this beta. I'm going to play it again at 11. It might feel worse because more people might be on. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I think it's a really good fucking game. It's a really good game, I feel like. I hope that there's another beta, and I hope that there's more characters in that one, just so we can play more. And even if I can't get into that second one, I can at least watch other people play it, and I can get fucking excited, because this game it's fun. This game is really fun. And I think this is probably good for Granblue too, because up until this fighting game came out, I had no fucking idea what it was. So hopefully this game will sell well and we can get more of it. And I know there's another Granblue game coming out, like, what the hell is it, like Faith or like something like that. But if this is what we're gonna get from it, I'm really happy. And now I'm just more excited for this game to come out. And I pray that there's a good number of characters, since it is like a one-on-one. I feel like it doesn't need to have a whole lot, but it needs to have enough for people to get satisfied, because characters do feel a little simplistic because of the way they work the special moves in this game. I feel like you can kind of play all of them a little bit the same, except Lancelot. But yeah, I'm excited. I recorded majority of first couple hours of the beta test, so I might just throw it up on my channel. Yeah, I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'm just gonna wait for the 11 o'clock so I can play again. Bye!